Sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Wordbreaker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Wordbreaker Coo, and today I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions on this guy right here. This is the Haslab Sentinel, okay, or Haslab Sentinel. We see a lot of videos on the internet about this guy, a lot of different opinions, so I figured I'd give my own 2 cents as I have it in hand, okay? So I'm not going to mislead you or BS you about this figure, so I'm going to talk about a couple points first. As to why, if you think this is something that you would have gotten, because it's too late now at this point, this is more or less, I guess, if they do another Haslab in the future, besides Galactus or the Sentinel, if it's wise for you to pick it up, okay? Because at this point, if you already have this, you already have your opinion. You already know if it's well worth your money, okay? So first and foremost, why? For something like this, if you're getting a Haslab from Hasbro, most likely you're going to have to figure out if the property is worth your hard-earned bucks, okay? For me, I'm a huge X-Men fan. Huge, okay? It's my favorite. They're my favorite comic book heroes. I got some comics on the side of me. Tons of them. Tons of X-Men. So I'm a very avid X-Men fan. So it was a no-brainer for them to do a Sentinel that I didn't have to hunt or search down in a store to pick up. Okay, so for me, that's one of the most important things for me was it a property I loved? So check mark that off, okay? 2, was it something that fits my style, okay? This is from the more modern comics, the Hickman run with X-Men, okay? This is Jonathan Hickman's baby right now, and that's where this Sentinel's coming from. It is right now still my favorite or second favorite run for the X-Men they've ever done. So a Sentinel fitting that design, again, no brainer. I definitely was intrigued. Okay, so that's the why. As far as price goes, okay, $350 is a lot of money. We all know that. I'm not going to get too much into what some other people are saying online about it, but I'll address that in another video. But as far as price for me, it definitely was expensive, and I had to think about it, okay? Now, to be completely transparent, this was a birthday gift from me from last year, okay? I did back the Sentinel this year after getting that, which I'll talk to you why with my own money soon, okay? So, even though I didn't pay for this, was it worth $350? Would I have bought this on my own again? Yes, okay? And here's how quickly if you're an avid action figure person nowadays, you know how quickly you can get it to $350. Case in point, I just got this guy, $170, okay? We're going to get to that point in 2 more figures. Miles Morales, about $100. A lot more accessories with it too. Some places you get them a little bit cheaper. Some places you're going to pay a little bit more. And the last person I'm going to show you is Dimitri. Another $100. If you add that up, that is over $350. Okay? Now, they do come with accessories, okay? But you get the hint. You can very quickly get to $350. Okay? In my mind, was this Sentinel, is it worth as much as those 3 items I just showed you? And for me, the answer is yes. Okay? When I factor in the size and some other things I'm going to show you, the answer is a clear yes. Okay? Another thing that weighs into whether or not this thing was worth it is the articulation. Okay? You've probably seen on multiple videos by now, the head articulation, for lack of a better word, it sucks here, okay? With this head, it's just not that great. Same thing with the busted head, which is nice, okay? Now, you're going to get some good range of motion with this head. Okay. Okay. Master mode, you're golden. You're golden. I don't have any issues. What? Sorry, Rogue. I don't have any issues doing this at all or moving the arms. Okay. I think it actually articulates rather well for a figure of this size. Okay. Now, where does the Sentinel fall through? Okay. Most people are saying it is the legs. Okay. The legs are the biggest issue. For me, mine are not weak sauce. So I was lucky. If my legs were weak sauce, I would definitely feel some kind of way. I don't think it would have been a deal breaker for me because of what we're going to talk about later on. But these are my legs. Okay. So you can see, and I have not done the swoosh is fixed for my legs. I know several other people who have had the legs, and they've been perfectly fine. Okay. Speaking of the legs, okay, and don't get me started here. Everything here with this hand is just beautiful. Okay. The only thing is this thumb right here. It's really small, and that's a little bit challenging. But it's a fine figure. Okay, when it comes to articulation, with the one issue, and I would not say it's the knees. I would say it's the top weight. Okay, it's very top heavy. Okay, it's not 30 pounds. Some people are saying it's about 30 pounds. No, this thing weighs about as much as an M16. I was in the military, so if you've ever held an M16, you would know roughly how much this weighs. Okay, it's not 30 pounds. So the problem is most of that weight with electronics and everything in here is in here. It's up here. It's top heavy. It has a nice base if you look at the size of the feet. Okay, but the issue is when some people are standing it, it's falling over. Okay, now I put it in multiple poses. I can't show you in here right now, but I'll put some on Instagram. And it's been fine for me. Now, will this tip over if you're trying to do some balancing acts on one leg? You damn right it will, because it is top heavy. Okay, that's the biggest issue I have with it. You can do some things if you're having troubles keeping it up by moving it backwards, or at the abs just a bit. Mine has been on the shelf the entire time. Let's see if I can move this around. Sorry about that. Right there on that shelf. And it has not fallen down. Okay. Matter of fact, since I got you guys here, let's, sorry for shakiness. Let's zoom in a little bit on them. But mine has not had any issues staying afloat. And I have been thoroughly enjoying it. Okay. Now, again, that's the articulation. So if there's any knock, again, that knock is going to be as far as it not being able to really articulate the same as some of the other figures you might get. Let me pause this real quick. Sorry about that. Did not want you guys having a rocky video. But again, if there's any knock, it's going to be because basically this figure is top heavy. So some of the poses you might want to do, having figures held out with one hand is going to be fine. You start getting two hands out like this, stretched forward, it might start to lean, okay? It's probably eventually going to fall if you do that for a long, extended time. Because, unfortunately, it is very top heavy. I've seen a lot of people say, well, ratchet joints would have fixed that, okay? Yeah, I've got tons of figures with ratchet joints, okay? That's fine. That's great. I love ratchets. The issue with ratchet joints, in this case, is none of my other figures with ratchet joints are top heavy like this. You can't really get a feel for it until you've had it in hand, so you really don't know, and just assuming don't really mean much. So I don't know how they would have fixed that, except for, I don't know, adding more weight to the bottom, to the legs or the thighs. I have no clue, but I really don't believe ratchet joints would work. Someone else might be more better informed when it comes to making figures, like I don't know, maybe Anthony's Customs. But I really want to hear from somebody like that who has this in hand. Because, again, I don't believe ratchet joints would have solved the issue. I have no clue how they would distribute the weight a bit better. Okay? So, if you're still watching me, we're nearly done. Okay? So, quality. All right? Now, this part's important. another huge factor in this was I was speculating on the quality of this item. I had a feeling by the time Hasbro sent this out, it will be some type of cheap plastic. And I can tell you right now, it is not. Okay? You can look at the thickness of that helmet. You can see the paint quality here, the effects. I mean, they're top notch. They really are top notch. This is the best I've ever seen from Hasbro. And I don't see paint blemishes or marks that shouldn't be where they should be. I mean, it's flat out top notch. I took several days just playing around with this thing before I actually did a review because I wanted to make sure, hey, I'm accurate. Do I see any blemishes? Do I see sloppy paint work? Things like that. And again, the quality, the feel of this guy, he's heavy. The plastic feels some type of way. I don't have any other figures in my line that feel the way the Sentinel feels, okay? I just don't. And I can tell you right now, I'm just a basic collector. I'm not something super fancy. My room's messed up. I haven't changed anything because I wanted to keep it real, okay? I need to clean some stuff up, but I've got a lot of figures, okay? A lot of comics, a lot of figures. I'm a collector as well. I'm no different than probably most of you, okay? No different. Yeah, so I'm collectible, stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff too, okay? But I do not have anything in my collection that is the same quality as this figure. That's my opinion. But I'm telling you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, this is my favorite item that I own in my entire collection, not counting comic books, okay? So, food for thought. Let's get to the last point. Okay, so my final point, and I've showed some of these already, is based off of would I have been happy with getting just the Sentinel? Would he have been worth it at the price? That's an astounding yes. Just him alone, just as he is, I would have been completely happy. But at the time, because I bit when I did, and I bit before they had anything besides what was already coming, because he was coming with this figure here, Bastion, who's an awesome figure. I really hope they make this guy en masse because I think everybody else deserves to have this figure. It's a really nice Marvel Legend. Now, this is sloppy, okay? There's some sloppy paint on his chest, on his sides, and he was a little bit warped. So if anything's sloppy, it's this guy. Then they added in this chick here, okay? Another Prime Sentinel. They gave us 2 of these nice bendy tentacles, okay, which is nice. A really well done Master Mode head, again from the Powers of X storyline. Then they gave us the Tri-Sentinel, which is my least favorite one. You know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then last but not least, if you bought more than one of these, you're going to pick up or receive this head so you can make army builders of those guys, and you get a damaged hand. No articulation. With all that said, these accessories are just the bomb, okay? Like, that alone, I feel like that adds at least another $100. I'm not even kidding you, okay? Like, no joke. So at the end of the day, price, accessories, the quality, articulation, I think it's more than worth it, okay? So if you ever do see something else for Haslab, okay, that you like a property and you're kind of shaky on, make that decision on you. Don't let nobody else tell you that you shouldn't get it. You're just privateering the companies, because Hasbro messes up all the time, okay? I say in my videos all the time, Hasbro messes up royally, especially with the female bodies, okay? Like, call them what they are. When they give you stuff like this, that's a shame. You know, let them have it. This, that's not it. That's not it. This right here, this is one of the GOATs, okay? That's a Grail. So, I hope I've helped explain some things to some of you. Last thing I want to say is, if you can pick this up for about $1,000, or $900, I would not pay that. If you thought about picking this up at the point when you first saw it, you would have had it by now. If you had that little bit of doubt, then you definitely probably don't need it, okay? But if you didn't have the opportunity and you want it, I don't know if I'd pay I wouldn't pay $900. I wouldn't pay $800. I wouldn't pay $700. Maybe somewhere around $5 if I didn't have this. Only, and that's with everything, okay? That's with everything. I would not pay more than $5, okay? But I hope I've helped you out. If you disagree with me, that's cool too, but I want to give you my perspective as I have it, okay? So, no flexing. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace and cinema grease. I forgot to tell you why I am getting Galactus. I love Cosmic Marvel. One of my favorite characters ever. Probably top 5, top 10. So that's one reason. The second reason is, I had a feeling this was going to be good. The Sentinel. So if I had to do it all over again, I definitely would have got Galactus again. So there's that.